I'm lost for words, honestly, about this whole process. How this switching lanes with no signal turned into all of this, I don't even know. But I'm still here, so I just call me back when you can.
Well, it was a day after her arrest. In addition, a short time ago, officials in Texas released the jail intake screening form from Ms. Bland, revealing that she told them she had attempted suicide back in 2014. Now, 3 days after that form was presumably filled out, Ms. Bland, 28 years old, was found dead in her jail cell. Authorities say she hanged herself with a garbage bag. The district attorney, as we've reported, is treating her death as a murder investigation. However, she died in that cell. This much is certain. This tragedy began with a routine traffic stop that quickly escalated into an arrest that landed Ms. Bland in jail, where she'd spent her final days and hours. Ryan Young joins us with the latest. What do we know about that voicemail?
Anderson, that voicemail really sticks out because what we were told, obviously, she was here for 3 days. And she was having trouble with the phone system here in the jail cell. And actually, we went inside the same jail cell that she was in, number 95. There's a phone in each of the cells. And they give you a PIN number. And someone has to put money on that PIN number so you can make phone calls. Sandra Bland was having so much trouble making those phone calls that jail officials were actually letting her come out of her cell and make it at the front desk so that she could try to get in contact with friends or family. And according to the sheriff's deputies here, they were saying she was having so much trouble getting in contact with friends or family, she was growing frustrated. In fact, just before she died, apparently she knocked on the door and asked one more time to come out because she was having trouble activating her PIN. We do know she got in contact with a sister, and then from there she left that voicemail with a friend. But outside of that, we don't know what else happened. We just do know that she kept trying to call friends over and over again with no response.
This intake screening form that was released today shows a possible suicide attempt made last year.
It's a cover-up.
That's exactly right. Anderson, I actually have it in my hand, this intake form that's right here. On page number 2, it states, tried to commit suicide, lost a baby in 2014, and tried to use pills. One of the confusing things about this form, on sheet number 4, it states that she has epilepsy, and then here it says, did you try to attempt suicide, and it's marked no. So on page 4, it says no attempt of suicide. On page 2, it clearly says that she lost the baby, tried to use pills, and tried to commit suicide. And this is going with the information that we learned earlier today. We're able to confirm that they believe she was also was cutting herself and maybe was trying to self-medicate with marijuana. Anderson.
Ryan, thanks very much. Tonight, Sandra Bland's death remains certainly a mystery. We don't know exactly how she spent those final moments inside that jail cell. Waller County District Attorney Elton Mathis will eventually present his findings to a grand jury. He joins us tonight. I want to talk about what happened in the jail. In terms of the investigation now that's been launched into the initial interaction, obviously you've seen the dash cam video. The complete video, I understand, is going to be released or has already been released. What are your concerns in the video that you have seen about that interaction?
Well, I can tell you the first time that I saw the video, I didn't like it. And to be fair, I didn't like the trooper's behavior. I noticed the things that the Department of Public Safety noticed when they issued their report. And then, to be fair, I did not particularly care for Ms. Bland's behavior either, but that's one of the things we have to deal with as public servants is we're not entitled to have people like us. And the other key piece of evidence that we need to obtain is Ms. Bland's cell phone. I've been told that the FBI now has custody of the cell phone. We need to see what she was videotaping.
I'll make sure to erase that shit off, whatever incriminating on the cop.
As you can see on the video, when she gets out, she's holding it up. It appears that she is taping. And any videotape that she may have done is certainly going to be relevant to what the trooper saw and the interactions between the two of them in the car.
There is obviously now, as you said, an investigation into that suicide or anything else. There are reports that preliminary results from Ms. Bland's autopsy show that she had large amounts of marijuana in her system. Can you confirm that?
We have an initial report that she did have quantity of marijuana in her system. However, we are waiting to make any kind of formal determination of that after further toxicology results are run on her.
It makes sense. There's also reporting that the autopsy shows that Bland was what's called a cutter, someone who self-harms. Can you confirm that? And if so, what kind of marks on her body showed that to be the case?
Again, anything that I say about the autopsy is going to be preliminary oral that's been shared with my office. And in the case of the what, in the opinion of the medical examiner, appears to be cutting scars on the arm, it's just her arm where, I don't know how to describe it, it looks like where someone has been cut over time. Some of those actually appeared to be fresher and that they were scabbed.
The investigation into Bland's death, can you say where it stands now? What part of the process is it?
Where we are, I would say at this point, the major pieces of evidence which are being analyzed at this time are Ms. Bland's cell phone.
Being doctored up.
And also, I've asked for the Rangers to take a hard look and do forensic testing on the garbage bag that was used to hang Ms. Bland. And I say that in the event that she hanged herself, she was hanged by someone else, because I believe that will be very telling who, if any's, DNA is on that garbage bag, specifically the knot that was tied in the garbage bag.
The Houston Chronicle is reporting that, according to intake papers that she filled out when she was taken into custody or brought to the holding facility, that she indicated previous suicide attempts. Can you confirm that? Are you aware of that?
I have been advised that by the sheriff's office. I've actually seen that paperwork, and it does appear
That's called doctored paperwork.
To the sheriff's office that she had tried to kill herself at least once. I believe she indicated that was with pills. I don't believe there was any indication on there as to what kind of pills it was.
Do you know then if in a case like that, that would raise some red flags, that would alter the monitoring of somebody in custody like that?
Anderson, I don't want to sit here and claim to be an expert on jail policies and procedures. You know, I'm the district attorney.
First of all, if she wore a Beatles
from a common sense standpoint,
T-shirt, it tells me that she was a peaceful person.
That, of course, would be important by jail commission standards when assessing.
She didn't have an anarchist shirt on.
Control of the jail.
Well, Elton Mathis, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, the dash cam video is certainly tough to watch. It's raised a lot of questions about the actions of that Texas State trooper, how he conducted the traffic stop. Senator Bland's sister says he was basically just picking on her. We'll take a closer look next.